Welcome back, everyone. So for today's video, I decided, hold on, because I feel my lips are a little dry. Okay, back to it. Oh, and another thing, disclaimer, I'm sorry I look like a little boy, but my hair is like slicked back in a ponytail so you guys can see what I'm doing. For today, I figured I'd do a review. Normally, when I watch YouTube videos, I was like, oh, okay, I wonder if that product's good. I wonder if it's worth buying. We never really explained the price or the application of it, or even just the actual review of the product. We use it, but sometimes we don't like it at the end of the day. So if you guys have any recommendations on foundations that you want to see if you like prior to buying, comment down below. I will be more than glad to try it out and let you guys know what I personally think. So I'm gonna do a high-end foundation today. Let me get comfortable. The foundation that I'm going to be reviewing today is the Born This Way by Too Faced. This is literally an all-time favorite foundation since I bought it. My little sister is the one that actually recommended it to me. I think because like Nikki Tutorials used it and said she loved it. Don't quote me on that, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to add this to my kit as well. It's just that good. But you already know foundations, and especially like high-end foundations, they ain't all that cheap. I actually purchased mine at Ulta, and they sell it at Ulta, Sephora, and online as well. It does retail for $39. They actually have 18 shades. My shade is Warm Beige. Let's get started. First things first, anytime you're ever going to apply foundation, moisturize your face. Moisturize even if you're not going to. So, I'm going to apply some of my Pond's Dry Skin Cream. This, I believe, I bought it for like $4 or $5, but I know they sell it for like $3 in some places. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, I get really dry around my chin area. I try not to apply it to the nose a whole lot because I get oily there. And as we let it dry, I'm going to read what the foundation actually says it does. It does say that it's a medium to full coverage. It is oil-free. Hey, that's probably why I bought it. Coconut water helps delicately replenish skin's moisture levels without overhydrating. So it's a hydrating foundation, but it's oil-free, so that's a plus. It says it's infused with resilient alpine rose to brighten the skin's appearance and promote elasticity. We'll see if it does that. Honestly, whenever I use it, I feel like my skin's a little bit glowy. So, hyaluronic acid provides long-lasting skin balancing hydration for a smoother, more youthful appearance. Born This Way is an oil-free foundation that masterfully diffuses the line between makeup and skin for coverage so undetectable. You can't see the makeup and you can't see the imperfections. And all that's left is naturally radiant skin that looks like you were born this way. Now that my moisturizer is a little bit set in, I'm gonna go in with some primer. Veil Mineral Powder, or primer. And I'm actually going to be leaving this foundation on all day and checking in with you guys so that you can see how it's holding up. To apply today's makeup, I'm going to be using the original Beauty Blender. And then I'm also going to be using this Morphe brush. It's the M439. There we go. People swear by this brush. Lately, I haven't used it. I can't remember the last time I used it, but we'll see. So I have a few little like areas where I used to have like pimples, and hopefully they'll go away eventually, you know what I'm saying? And then I have a little bit of gray, or red, not gray, red areas, and then a little bit around my nose. I'm not going to color correct prior to the foundation because I want to see how good the foundation covers it and if it does what it says. And this said, what does it say, medium to full coverage, if I'm not mistaken. medium to full coverage, so I guess it's buildable. What I always do is I apply foundation to the back of my hand. Not only does my body temperature warm it up and kind of melt it down so that it can apply smoothly, but I also don't like to get like my pan out and make a mess, because that's just one more thing I have to wash. And it's easier to just wash my hands off with some soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what one pump looks like. So it is a little bit runny, which means it's not going to be so thick, but it's not super runny, so that's probably where like the medium to full coverage comes from. I have noticed that my foundations that are full coverage, such as the All Nighter and then the Kat Von D Lock-It, those are a little thicker. So I'm just going to apply this as I would apply my normal foundation. I always dot it out. And I'm pretty sure that I've mentioned this before, but I don't ever apply it directly to my nose, because I find that applying a whole bunch of products directly to my nose causes my nose to get more oily throughout the day, and then it starts like wiping off in a way because I'm so oily. I'll show you guys. Hopefully it doesn't do that today. So my foundation's on there, and I always, well, when I remember, I go in with the, what is it, the Fix Plus. I was like, what is that? What does it say? Just a little bit, and I'm going to be using the Beauty Blender. And remember, this is just one pump. And yes, my beauty blender. My beauty blender is damp. Apply it to the ears. Bring it down to the jawline. I'm going to apply it to my eyelids, because then I'm going to be all brown and just white on my eyelids. And if you were going to wear eyeshadow, this could also serve as a primer. The foundation, it looks like it's applying pretty evenly. It's not patchy. It didn't dry too quick. I think you guys can tell the glow. But personally, I like it. It makes the skin look healthy. This is what it looks like. I feel like I could, go over it right here a little more. So, for shits and giggles, I'm going to apply just a little dot. Just because I'm a little red in that area. Now, going in with the other side with the brush, which makes me a little nervous because honestly, I'm a beauty blender girl, and this scares the hell out of me. So here goes nothing. We're going to be applying some more, a pump, and dotting it on the face. The Beauty Blender, I like it a little more because I always do my eyebrows first, and I feel like getting in this area is easier because I can pinch the Beauty Blender to the size of the area. So I'm not gonna wet my face with the Fix Plus because I don't want it to be too wet or it's gonna slide around everywhere. I'm gonna kind of like pat it in and then I'll blend it in. And I'm gonna try to go in with a light hand. Like I said, this shit scares me. It's almost like I'm breaking it apart. I don't know why it looks like it's a different color. I almost feel like one pump was too much for the brush. So now that it looks like I've spread it out evenly, I'm gonna start buffing it out. But kind of like patting it in. I just don't want it to look streaky. It's like my main concern. It's looking good. I feel like I feel more confident doing the Beauty Blender. I'm a little hesitant with the brush because I don't want it to look cakey. This is the area that concerned me, where I had a little like darker areas, but it doesn't look like it's an issue. I feel like that half pump was more than enough, and I kept wiping it off my hand, so I'm not sure if this actually, because you know they say that the beauty blenders soak up product, so that could have been the reason why I had to go in and add a little more here. And maybe this just like buffed everything out and didn't soak in as much as the beauty blender. So there's a plus. I'm gonna blend the eyelids out because then it's gonna look rough as fuck. So this is what it looks like. It's a very glowy foundation. So this is the finished look. Alright, it's 3 o'clock right now. So I'm going to be checking in periodically throughout the day to show you guys how the foundation is holding up. Whoa, excuse me, but let's be real, everyone burps, okay? For the application process, I give it a 10. And not only, well actually, you know what? We'll go with a 9. I'm going to be honest. We'll give it a 9. Only because I had to go back in over here. But then again, it's kind of like a 10 because it was like a medium to full coverage. So it's buildable between a 9 and a 10, so like a 9.5. Like I said, this foundation has had really good reviews. Okay guys, here I am to check in. It is 3:09 and it is still looking fabulous. JK, really, I'll go now. I was just a little bored. Bye. I need to focus. 5:55. So far, so good. I do have like a little crease here, but I think that's normal from where I'm always like smiling. But I just dab it in and then it goes away. I did blot just one time earlier, but for real, like we're all gonna get oily, so we're gonna have to learn to love it. If you are truly that oily, I know NYX has some and Neutrogena, but sometimes like the brown like paper towels that you see in like school bathrooms, those are really good too, because you don't want it to suck your makeup in. I have like a paper towel, so what I just do is just like press on it. The way I see it is, if it's wet, like if it's oily, because oil is like thicker consistency in a way than water, because it's oil. If you apply a powder to it, I almost feel as if it's gonna cake more. So I try not to do that also, just so that I don't have to like carry a small makeup bag around. I just grab a paper towel and I just lightly dab. My husband said he really liked it because it looks not like natural, because y'all know I ain't no natural, but he said it just looks like really pretty. Of course, he's my husband, he has to say that. And you know, props to the lipstick. I haven't reapplied at all, and I ate some french fries and I drank a milkshake and I've been talking, so it's good. 5:58. I will be back in a few. I'll be back in a few hours to follow up. And let's just zoom in real quick. This is what it's looking like. Oh, and by the way, while I was away on my 3 hours, Juvia's Place reposted my picture, which is sort of a big deal for me. You know? Like, it's like, this is me. Like, this is me. And like, Juvia's Place is like huge. So, yeah, thank you. I was just really excited and I wanted to share with everybody. But okay, see you guys in a few more hours. Bye. It's 9:02 now, and let me tell you, I've been getting oily all day long, so I'm just gonna blot that a little bit. It's mainly like right in my nose area. I did apply highlight here, but I still get oily. And I think I'm getting oily right here too. I can also feel it. For the most part, this is staying pretty matte. You know, like when you feel it, kind of feels like sticky. And this is a little oily. Matte right here, matte like right here. Oily down here. Hey, thumbs up for the lipstick. It wasn't a review on the lipstick, but it came through. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but it's this one right here. Flat Out Fabulous. I think it's held up pretty good. I did only keep it for like 6 hours exactly. But for the 6 hours, it held up pretty well. As I told you earlier, I've used this foundation multiple times, especially on special occasions, and it always pulls through. So no doubt that it would pull through for another few hours. Of course, with a little blotting here and there, but nothing none of us can't handle. I still give it my original 9.5 that I gave it earlier. If you guys do decide to purchase this foundation, let me know what you guys think. I really hope that you learned something and you received some really good information on the foundation.